Sergey Kovalev is only a 2-1 favorite against Anthony Yarde. Yarde is going off at 6-4 against. This is an eyebrow raiser to me. I did not expect the odds to be this close. Sergey Kovalev is a 3-time world champion. He's been in there against the likes of Bernard Hopkins, Andre Ward, is coming off a revenge win over Alida Alvarez, where he proved a lot in that fight. Very experienced, big puncher, extensive amateur career, extensive pro career. And even though he's 36, again, in that last fight he had against Alvarez, he performed very well. So to be going to get up against Anthony Yarde, a young man, yes, who is athletically gifted, but who's fought absolutely nobody and hasn't, in fact, been protected and been kept away from stern challenges on the domestic light heavyweight scene, who only had 12 amateur fights, who's never traveled abroad before, much less to Sergey Kovalev's hometown. I expected much wider odds than this. Now, betting odds are just a reflection of the perception that the public has of the way the fight's going to go down. With Anthony Yarde, I'm aware that he's got this global sponsorship deal with Adidas, and that will bring in a certain number of fans, I guess. He's also been well publicized and promoted by BT Sport and Queensberry Promotions, Frank Warren. But even still, Anthony Yarde is far from a household name in the UK. If you walk down the average street in Britain and ask somebody, who's Anthony Yarde, do you know him? Most people will say no, they don't know who he is. At least that's my perception anyway. So again, to see odds this close is a bit of a surprise to me. If it's mainly the casuals, the people who follow Anthony Yarde on Instagram or whatever, then that would be one thing. But judging by a poll that I did on my YouTube channel, it isn't just the casuals who think that Anthony Yarde is going to win this fight. Maybe it's a British thing. Maybe people are rating Anthony Yarde very highly because of the fact that he's British. Maybe that's why some more hardcore, dedicated boxing fans are actually picking him to win. But this does surprise me. As you can see here on the poll, out of 1.7 thousand votes, 32% have picked Kovalev by KO. 45% have picked Yarde by KO. 18% Kovalev on points, 4% Yarde on points, 1% draw or technical decision. So overall, more people have picked Kovalev to win than Yarde, but Yarde is not that far behind, with 45% of people out of 1.7 thousand thinking that he's going to knock Sergey Kovalev out. Pretty surprising to me, I'm not going to lie. Now, again, I'm not saying that Yarde has got no chance or whatever. I actually think it's an intriguing fight. But I'm just surprised that there are so many other people who think it's an intriguing fight. I thought the majority of people would think that this is going to be too much too soon for Anthony Yarde. That you cannot just step from fighting the likes of Travis Reeves all the way up to fighting Sergey Kovalev. You have to have some incremental steps in between. Some intermediary steps. Some fights which prepare you, which step up the level of competition and a level of difficulty. And also the sparring, because Tunde Ajayi has been very vocal about the fact that he doesn't believe in fighters having real tough sparring all the time. In fact, he's been criticized for not bringing in big name sparring partners for Anthony Yarde, putting him in there with, the Beterbievs and, sending him out wherever Beterbiev trains now. I know he was based in Canada for a long time. Sending him out there or sending him wherever, whichever world title camp, sending him out there to train or bringing in top level British fighters to spar him and what have you. He's known for not believing in that kind of philosophy. And again, people are questioning that. And they're saying, if Anthony Yarde has never been in a real fight, either in the gym or in a professional ring, how on earth can he be ready for Sergey Kovalev? That's what I thought the majority of people would be thinking. You know, certainly within the hardcore boxing community here on YouTube. But it seems not. A lot of people are giving this guy a chance. Tyson Fury obviously came out and said that he thinks Anthony Yarde's going to win. He also said that if Anthony Yarde don't win, he needs to pack it up and, you know, quit boxing because he's no good. I think it's an interesting thing for Tyson Fury to say because that's what he says about himself. Tyson Fury said that prior to going in against Vladimir Klitschko. He said, if I can't win this fight, I'm no good because a young man is supposed to beat an old man. If you're a good young man, you're supposed to beat the old guy. And that's how he sees it here with Yarde and Kovalev. He believes Yarde, being the younger, fresher guy, he hasn't taken all the punishment Kovalev's taken. He's athletic. He's in shape. You know, he should go in there and do a job. That's how Tyson Fury sees it. And of course, Tyson Fury is a fellow Queensbury BT Sport fighter. So there might be an element of supporting the home team. And obviously they're both British. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you surprised that the odds are this close? Are you very confident of a particular outcome? Because I've seen some people say, I've seen a lot of people who are very confident. A lot of people who are saying, yup, Yarde is definitely going to beat him. And a whole heap of other people who say, nope, Kovalev's going to smash him to bits. I haven't seen that many people who are kind of on the fence with it. Everyone seems to be coming down hard on one side or the other, which again is very interesting to me. There are people out here who are absolutely adamantly convinced that Anthony Yarde is going to win this fight. There isn't even a doubt in their minds that he could actually lose. So, yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below, people. It's happening. I'm out.